Hey, hello, and welcome to another weekly weigh-in update. This is week 30, like, can you believe it? 30 weeks on the 1-to-1 Diet by Cambridge Weight Plan, and this week was, pretty much more of the same weight loss wise. So I lost another £2 this week, which, I'll get on to my thoughts about that in a moment. But yeah, £2 lost this week, which I believe takes me to 7 stone 4.5 pounds, I think. Yeah, I think I need 2.5 pounds to get my 7.5 stone. So yeah, so let's go back to the start of the week. There's a lot to fill you in on this week. So I started the week doing TDR. So I've been doing TDR, or Total Diet Replacement, which is a slightly different section of products in the 1-to-1 Diet by Cambridge Weight Plan product range. They're slightly lower in calories, slightly lower in carb, and I decided to give TDR a go to see if it would boost my losses. Now, if you've been around for the last couple of weeks, what you'll have seen is it hasn't. I've literally consistently lost £2 on TDR per week, which is even lower than what I was losing on average on the higher steps in the main product range. So I've been speaking with Gemma about it for the last week or so, and I kind of said, like, I don't know how much more I'm going to get from my body purely by reducing calories further. For me, anything kind of below step 1B in that 800 calories, my body just doesn't really give me anything else. It doesn't give me much more than what it's already given me, and I'm just depriving myself when I really needn't. So anyway, done TDR for the best part of 3 weeks, and if we take into account this week's loss, I lost £6, which is a little bit disheartening, and it is a little bit like I'm trying so hard, I'm giving so much, and I'm getting like not really very much from it. Now, let's not get it confused. Losing £6 in 3 weeks is still fantastic. However, losing £6 and feeling like I was on a diet wasn't worth it. Because when I'm on step 2 especially, which I've come back onto now, I don't feel like I'm on a diet. I don't feel like I'm on a diet on step 1B. Those 4 products a day, I'm not hungry, my energy levels are really good, like I don't feel bad. Whereas on TDR, I felt like I felt okay, but then since I've stepped back up, step 2, and had like so much more energy and felt so much better, I realised that actually I probably was feeling a bit deprived on step TDR. So anyway, that being said, I then kind of spoke to Jem, been speaking with Jamie, and I was like, right, I think I've got to a point now where I need to start incorporating some exercise. So I'd always said when I got to about 12.5 stone is when I was going to start incorporating a little bit of exercise. 2 reasons really. One, I wanted to build a better relationship with exercise, because my relationship with exercise, as was with food, had always been very strained. I'd looked at it really negatively. I'd put a lot of negative feelings and emotions surrounding exercise, and I wanted to change that relationship. And then I wanted it to help me long term into maintenance, and I knew that I couldn't just decide to make that happen when I got to goal, because I need to use it as a tool in my toolkit to help me when I'm moving up the steps and at goal. And secondly, I was like, I think I need it to give my body that boost to help lose a little bit more weight. You know, I am short, I'm 5'3", so I have got more weight to lose. I've still got about 2.5 stone to lose, 2.5 stone. So, and boy, do they feel like they're going to be hard. Like, yeah, so I decided I was going to bring in exercise. So the first thing I started doing was just some yoga, and I'm bringing that in kind of every couple of days, just doing a nice like stretching restorative practice, nothing like heavy. And then I wanted to start Couch to 5k. So if you saw my stories the other day, you'll know that I did my first run on Couch to 5k. I was literally buzzing. I got quite emotional afterwards because it really hit home to me how far I've come since December in these 30 weeks. So when I started planning my first week, a really poignant moment for me that kind of made me realise how bad I'd let myself get was that Poppy was crying up in her room, and I went to run up the stairs to get to her, and I couldn't run up the stairs, like physically couldn't do it. And when I got up the stairs, I was out of breath, my knees hurt, and I just felt so useless in that moment. I felt like my mind and my body was so disconnected, because my mind wanted to do this and my body was just like, yeah, no, you can't do that, I'm afraid. So, and running's always been a real thing, and I think if you've been overweight as a kid, running is, because they do the bleep test in school, they do the mile runs, and you can't, like, I couldn't do it, and you're always last at the finish line, if you even make it to the finish line. Like, I gave up a lot of times, because I was just embarrassed, it hurt, like, it was just not nice. So I've always, for some reason, wanted to be able to run and enjoy it, and especially like the last couple of months, I've always said to Jamie, and you may have heard on some lives, like I've kind of said, like, just love the idea of being able to go out for a run and just have that freedom and just like go for a run. And Kate, who I follow on here, she's stunningly beautiful inside and out, like, and she's maintained for a really long time, and she's got that balance of like exercise and lifestyle perfect. And I really aspire to that, and I really, like, she's a massive inspiration to me for that. And Sophie on here as well, who I'll tag them both down below, but Sophie as well got into running. She did a live with Siobhan, and I watched it when I first started planning, and I was like, I want to do that. So anyway, that being said, started Catch 5K, did my first run, didn't die, felt incredible. Went to my second run today, it's absolutely hammering it down, so I'm going to get myself a waterproof jacket off Amazon today. And then instead of doing my Catch 5K today, I did just a 20-minute beginners to batter workout, which I'm loving as well. So I'm making sure to have like rest days in between. I'm taking it at my own pace, and you know, it's nothing too much. And I've stepped up to step 2 as well. So been loving that again, having my step 2 meal. I forgot how much that meal just is so lovely to have. I'm very simple. I'll have like an omelette, or like some corn mince and make like a chili, or some corn chicken pieces and make like fajita chicken. Like, it doesn't need to be anything extravagant, but that step 2 meal just, you can't beat it. And if you go back and watch my earlier videos, when I first stepped up step 2 on week 12, I think it was, I hated it. I really didn't like it, but it just shows like how your relationship moves with food, like, and through this plan how you develop a better relationship with food as well. So yeah, now I absolutely love it. I'm converted to step 2 all the way. So yes, we're going to be sticking to step 2 with some exercise, kind of see how that goes, how that does for me. I have felt a little bit downtrodden with the 6 pounds in 3 weeks. I feel like my body, I feel like I've really worked hard and I've not really got what I feel I should have got from it. I feel like I've really had to slog for every single pound. But sometimes like that happens, and you need to just roll with it and keep going with it and trust the process. You know, I've been on this plan for 30 weeks. Those 30 weeks haven't all been smooth sailing, like do laughing, like I've lost every week, yeah, but some weeks it's just, it does feel like it can feel really, really hard, and it can feel like you're not getting what you feel you deserve for how hard you've worked. But at the end of the day, my body is lost nearly 7.5 stone. You know, if it wants to have a couple of weeks where it just has slower losses, then I can't really begrudge it that. But I'm going to keep going, staying positive. So proud of myself for the exercise. That has really boosted my mood and made me feel like amazing. So I'm going to keep up with that. I will keep documenting how I'm getting on with it. And yeah, fingers crossed, exercise plus the step 2 will garner me some more results. We'll see next week. I could be back here next week with another 2 pounds, who knows. But yes, we will stick to it and I will get there. Whether it takes me a little bit longer than maybe I wanted to. But yes, I hope everyone has had a good week. Hope whatever you're up to the week ahead, you have a lovely time. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down below, and I'll link Gemma's details and Sophie and Kate, because they're both maintaining that. So they're really good accounts to go and follow if you're looking to see people who have done plan and then life out the other side. So yeah, make sure to go and follow them, and I will see you all next week. Bye.